Hello twin flames, thank you for being here, for liking, subscribing and all the amazing comments and feedback you leave me. It means the world, as you know, and if you are new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, join our family because we're here for you every day. So I'm going to use some powerful cards today. We're going to bring back some really powerful ones I haven't used for a while, and I've done a series with both of these decks too. The Divine Masculine Confessions and the Divine Feminine Confessions. Both of these powerful decks are by the amazing Bridget Rau. I've done a Separation Heal series with this deck based around the Divine Feminine, and a DM Journey to Union series around this one connected with the Masculine. So you can go and watch all of those in full right now. But we're going to bring in the confessions today to see what you want to say, what they want to say, and what you both need to know. We're also going to bring in the Divine Journey to Self cards to get a message about the energy. You know, what the energy is around the connection, what's happening with you, what's happening with them. And we're going to bring in some of the baby cards, the magical messages from the unicorns, the magical messages from the fairies, and these beautiful butterfly cards. So let's do this then. So before I bring the cards in today, I just want to address yesterday's video and say a big thank you to everyone, you know, for commenting on that video, for liking that video, and for telling me what you think about that video. And I've just got 3 points I just want to address about that video, comments that came in or emails that came in about, you know, what I talked about, and it was so powerful. And the first one is this, I've written it down, cut cords, okay? So someone said, okay, that's all well and good, Liz, but what if I don't want to do the work? You know, what if I don't want the connection anymore? How can I cut cords with my twin flame? How can I cut the cord so I can move on? Well, the good news is, because it is good news, you can't cut cords with your twin. You may see that as bad news, but that's good news, because why would you want to? Your twin flame is a part of you. So if you cut cords with them, you're really cutting cords with the divine self. And that's something that's not possible in this lifetime. So you can't cut cords with your twin, and cutting a cord means you kind of energetically let go of the connection and you release it, and you know, you're able to move on free from it. But what you are able to do is cut the cords to the fear or the struggle attached to it. So instead of cutting the cord between you and your twin, you cut the cord of fear, and that releases you. And it helps you to accept where you are now. And that really takes us into the next question, because someone said, we need to feel the emotions though. You know, someone said it's okay to feel the compassion and the empathy and have understanding, all these things, but we need to feel the emotions, the anger, the blame, the pain. It's what makes us human. What makes us alive. And that's very true. We do need to feel all of the emotions, and we do. You know, we go through them because our twin flame is our greatest teacher, and what triggers us does heal us. So those triggers come in to allow us to feel the emotion of pain and to allow us to feel the anger and the frustration and all of these things. But what we do is we learn to overcome them. We learn through love, through compassion, through empathy, through understanding, to not stick around in that lower energy. Because it is a lower energy. It's operating through the ego. And we learn to operate through our higher self. That's what gives us power. That's what makes us strong. So yes, it's fine to feel all of those emotions, but not to kind of wallow in them or bathe in them for too long. We feel them and we experience them, and we understand what those emotions and feelings are showing to us, because we become the observer of our journey. So we understand if we feel angry, we're angry because we haven't got something now, or we feel like something's missing, or we feel that something should be different than what it is. So when we accept, we come to terms with this is the now, and then we can let go of the pain. We can let go of the past. We can let go of all that blame and turn it into power by accepting it now and preparing for what is. And when we accept it, we create it, knowing that we are strong and this is powerful, and that you are learning right now, and everything you've gone through and you are going through is making you stronger. So yes, it's okay to live in, you know, in love and power And it's okay to experience those emotions of pain and blame, but not to live in that. And that's the difference between being a victim in your life or being a victor of your life, a victor, which means you come out on top. You realise that you are a warrior and you are strong, like Katniss in the Hunger Games, who came out on top. The other question is, someone said to me, am I in union? Well, yes, I am. I'm in union with my Divine Masculine, Blue Ice Tarot. And I actually shared his video from yesterday, today. Very powerful. I watched it this morning. He was talking about operating from the heart and what the masculines want to say from the heart. And again, it was very similar to yesterday's message, very powerful. And someone said, okay, if you're in union, why aren't you married? Okay, why? Well, marriage doesn't make commitment. Okay, marriage doesn't make a commitment. What makes a commitment is two people making a choice to make that commitment to each other. You know, how many marriages do you know that have failed or are operating through ego or are dealing with struggles right now? You know, there may be some of you watching who are involved with your twin flame who is married to someone. And I've been there where I've been in a situation for 6 years actually, where I dealt with a catalyst who was married. So I know how hard it is. So a piece of paper and making a vow does not make a commitment. Okay, and marriage does not make a commitment. What makes a commitment is two people bonded in love, sharing life together and, you know, denying, you know, the everything else and saying, you are the one for me. And that's what union is. And you already have that with your twin in a 5D way. But to bring that in the physical world, you both release the past and you both let go of the ego attachments around the connection. And then you walk forward in faith, hope and love and give to each other. That's what union is. You don't need a marriage or a piece of paper to prove that to anyone. You know, me and George, we're not ready for marriage. It's not where we are right now. It doesn't mean that we're not totally in love with each other and where we're meant to be. It just means we both know that we don't need a piece of paper to prove that. And we've made a vow to each other anyway. We don't need to make a vow in front of anyone. So you have to see past the illusion of what society says and what religion says and what your family or other people say, because you know your truth. So for some twin flames, you will enter into a marriage. For some, you won't. But you definitely will take the next step, which is commitment and union. And that's what matters. Okay? Very powerful. So let's see what the energy is today. So the energy then around the connection, what's going on? What do we need to know? And all these cards will be listed in the description box below. So what do we need to know? What's the energy, please, angels, around the connection today? There we go. The energy around the divine feminines and the energy around the divine masculine. What do we need to know? Thank you, thank you. What do we need to know, please, today? What does the divine masculine want to cough up or confess to the divine feminines? There we go. A few coming out there. What do the feminines want to confess or say to the divine masculine today? What does the feminine want to say? There we go. Very powerful. And then we're going to do the other cards at the end. So the message today then around the energy is accept your flaws. Wow. Accept your flaws. And we've just spoken about acceptance. And when you accept your flaws, you realize that you are both perfect in spiritual truth and that you are perfect right now as you are. You know, you may be striving to be a better version of yourself, to let go of jealousy or pain or, you know, the dark energy. But in spiritual truth, you are perfect. In other words, you are perfect as you are for your twin. So no other compares to you. No other will satisfy your twin flame the way that you do. And no one will satisfy you the way that they do. So this is realizing that you are actually perfect and designed perfectly by the Creator for your twin. So accept yourself, flaws and all. And nobody is perfect. You know, even models are airbrushed. Nobody is perfect. And every single person has something about the self that's been healed. So it's about self-love. It's about understanding the self and realizing that this body that you've been given is yours. It's a vessel of hope and love. And it's been given to you throughout your lifetime for a reason. So learn to love it. Learn to treat it right. Learn to be good to it. Learn to nurture it. and give to you what, you give to others. So giving love to you as well as everyone else is also part of this journey. And then you accept your flaws and you look in the mirror and you feel proud. And the masculines obviously are really going through that too, because this is the energy around both twins. So the masculines are dealing with their own imperfections and their insecurities about the way they look, the way they act, the things they do, because they need to heal that to be with you. And I speak about that in the Divine Masculine series because you may think that they are the most confident person in the world, but they are dealing with their own fears about being enough for you, about looking good for you, being good for you, performing for you. Everything that they need to do in their mind to be whole and to be the proper masculine, not the distorted masculine. You can create infinite abundance. So you're being reminded here that you are a creator and that you create the power in your life. You create the abundance or the lack of things in your life, because what you feel and think is what you create and bring. What you think about, you bring about. If you go there in the mind, you go there in the body. So you create it by your thoughts. Everything is always working out for me. My life is magical. Money flows to me easily, and my life is effortless. My journey is unfolding perfectly right now because I am on the right path. Using affirmations and feeling that way is attracting in everything you want. And the angels are saying the time is now. The door is open. The time is now. So for the feminine today, the energy around you, we've got build your dreams. Wow. So you're building your dreams. You're building a foundation. You're working on self. And you're realizing exactly what you want in every single moment. Realizing what you do want and realizing what you don't want. And when we get triggered and we go through obstacles and pain, we understand what we don't want. And then we change it into what we do. And that builds our dreams. Change your view. So the masculines need to change their perception. Change their view. The way they see things. This is also a great sign that they need to change their place, where they live, what they're doing, their life, because they need to change the view that they are seeing. Things they are experiencing, the view they get from their window, big sign of changing their environment or their relationship or their home. They need to change. So they are starting to change their view of this situation and what this love is, how they feel, how they are viewing their own life and their own perception of it. Their own experience of things is changing because they're operating now from a higher point of view. And we've got stand firm. So they're also showing you they're not backing down this time. They're getting things done. They're doing the work. They're not burying their head in the sand. And they show me that like, when you see ghost towns and you see those big balls of like hay or, whatever it is kind of blowing away. They're blowing things away. Things are happening behind the scenes, even in the quiet times. In the ghosting times, if they're ghosting you or the silent or the quiet, they are getting things done. So obstacles are being removed. So today your masculine wants to confess this. Sometimes I just don't know how to reply or to express what's inside of me. But I do read and even write up what I want to send back. I just freeze up and delete it. And this really resonates with today's Divine Masculine Dark Truth message. And there is an 18+ on that because it does get a bit naughty. But the masculine saying to you, I am going to reply, I am going to message, I am coming back to you. I'm doing it in my time because that's the right time for both of us. So he's saying, I just don't know how to reply. So if you've messaged your twin and he hasn't replied to you, or you're waiting for a response, you're waiting for communication, you're waiting. He's saying to you, I just don't know how to reply right now, so give me time. I don't really know right now how to express what's inside of me, but I'm working this out. I'm standing firm and I'm seeing things from another point of view. And I do read and even write up what I want to send back. So he's saying he has read your message. So if you're thinking, has he read my message? Has he actually taken in what I wanted to say? He's saying, yes, I've read and I've even reread it. And I write up what I want to send back. So he's written something out back but he may have deleted it or frozen up in fear and not yet sent it. So he's waiting for the right time. So another sign, divine feminine, to have patience. He's saying to you, nights are the worst for me. It's as if everything in my feels is amplified. It feels like everything at night gets too much. The decisions, the feelings, the insecurity, the missing you, the pain. It all hits him like an explosion of dread. And he's saying nights are the worst. So I do feel sleepless nights here, panic, fear, going over things and over things and over things, trying to make a decision, trying to work out what to do. If they're in a karmic situation, they'll be falling asleep in front of the TV or making an excuse or going out for a walk or, sleeping on the sofa. So he's saying nights are the worst for me. It's as if all of my feelings are amplified. So everything hits him in the feels. He may even be listening to music and processing and working things out. And he's saying, we have a special connection, my love. We've done this before. So he understands that you've done this before, that you've had many lifetimes or you've had experiences before, and that you have a special connection. And he's addressing you there as a soulmate. So again, take the label away. He may not understand the word twin flame. He may be trying to understand it right now, make sense of it. But he certainly understands that you have a soul connection and that you are mates for life. So he's saying this to you, soulmate, we have a connection and it's special. You are my love and we've done this before. So it's like he's reassuring you there. So don't get triggered by the word soulmate. We get triggered so much by labels. Soulmate, catalyst, soul teacher, twin flame. Take the labels away and think of your name and think of his name or her name. Think of the connection. Think of the love, the soul bond you share. That's what matters. And that's what he's saying to you. So I feel he's addressing you right now, your name. So put your name at the beginning. We have a special connection, my love. We've done this before. And he's saying that to you, even if he can't quite express it just yet. And there's a lot of blocked throat chakra around, a lot of healing that because I feel very croaky. So things are being healed, things are being coughed up, things are being blown away. Feminine, you're saying, I've been busting my bum trying to figure out how to heal for our connection. So you're saying it's driving me nuts. I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing so much to heal things, heal me, heal you, heal us, to bring us together. I would do just about anything to make you happy. And I feel this is the feminine saying, I'd do just about anything to bring us together. And I'm trying to work out what it is. I'm busting my gut right now to work this out. So this is kind of you saying, I'm doing so much. I'm doing the work. I'm working on. I can't do more than I've already done. Okay, I'm doing the best I can. And the angel's saying, take a load off. Breathe. It's okay. You're on the right path. Everything you're doing will work out with blessings you can't yet see. So trust. The angels are acknowledging here to you that they understand the struggle and they understand the work and the power it takes to continue, to carry on, to, get up every day as a twin flame and carry on when you're apart. They understand your struggles and they're saying you don't need that right now. Allow the struggle to go. Cut the cords of struggle. Focus on love and power and gratitude. Focus on things that light you up inside and turn you on. And the masculine here is also understanding and respecting your journey. Saying to you, I understand, how much you love me. I understand how much you care and how much you give to this connection. And I want to be ready and able to give you what you deserve. That's what we're working for. Very powerful. The feminine saying, sometimes I wish I could just hate you, but I can't. And that's so true. Even when people comment on the channel and say, I hate my divine masculine, of course you don't. Because there's a fine line between love and hate. You don't hate them, you hate the situation. You hate that it's not happening now. You hate that it's taking time. You hate that it's not working the way you want it to work, or that he's not saying things that you want him to say, or do things your way. So we have to learn to be patient, to surrender, to understand that you can never hate your twin, because if you hate them, you hate you. They are a part of you. So when you come to the kind of awareness that you are one, the whole journey begins to change, because you realize what you give to them, you're actually giving to you. And that what you give to you is what you're actually giving to them. So if you feel like you're giving everything to your masculine right now, start looking at that in a different way and give back to you, because you need a break right now from all the struggle. My biggest fear is that you'll never come back. And that is the biggest fear. That's what I had to go through. Okay, I went through this with Catalyst and with George. Okay, my biggest fear is that you won't come back. And that's why we continue to message. You know, sometimes we think, oh, if I don't message you, you're never going to message me. So the fear takes over and you send another message, even if you feel like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I'd have waited. I wish he'd have messaged me. But the biggest fear is it's a false experience appearing to be real, or false evidence appearing real, because it's illusion. The truth is, the masculine will always come back, even when they ghost you, even when they block you and there seems to be no way, even if you've been in separation for years and years and years, you are divine magnets, and they will come back to you because it's meant to be. And that's what he's saying to you in today's Divine Masculine Dark Truth message. So let that fear go. Thank you. They just released the fear. I'm coming home. I'm coming back. I'm coming towards you. And that's why, they're giving me all this fear that's been released. So if you're dealing with this fear today, I'm picking up on that. Okay? Fear that they won't return, they won't come back. Okay? That you're going crazy, wasting your life and waiting around. Breathe, because they will come back. Allow yourself to release all that fear. Let it go. Maybe you want to scream it out today. Or, punch a pillow. Or go for a run. Get that energy out of you of fear, because it's a false experience. The truth is, they will always return because they are you. And you always return to your true self and your one self, which is you. So the angels are reminding you of this power. All paths lead home. That means wherever they are, whatever they're doing, whoever they are doing it with, is a catapult to you, because all paths lead home. And he's saying to you, of course I've read your messages. Okay? Of course I've read them. Sometimes I just don't know how to reply to you. But I do want to reply. I do write that message out. I just get frozen in fear. I'm dealing with insecurity. I'm dealing with doubt. I'm dealing with pain. So trust me to find my way. Very, very powerful message today. So let's see what the energy is then. What's going on in the physical world? What's happening? So what do we need to know for the Divine Masculine today? What do we need to know for the masculine? Thank you, angels. For the Divine Feminines. There we go. For the journey, what do we need to know? What do we need to know, please, angels, for the Divine Feminines today? What do we need to know for the Divine Masculine? Wow, they are the cards. Sometimes all the cards jump out, and this happened today in the Divine Masculine Journey video, in the Divine Dark Truths. We just have to let them flow, okay? So what do we need to know, please, angels, for the journey? There we go. What do we need to know for the feminines today? What do we need to know for the Divine Masculines? And for the journey, what do we need to know? So there is some cards on the floor that have fell out from the Masculine Dark Confessions. So I want to use these as well. I know when you were upset with me, and it bothers me more than you could possibly know. So he sees it. This is what I've been talking about. If you're angry towards your twin and you're feeling all that pain and struggle, he feels that. He feels that, and he understands that on a deep level. So let that go. He says, I'm just so afraid of changing. So it's not that he doesn't feel everything you feel or want you. He's just afraid. He's afraid of changing, and that's ego. And that's what he's changing right now, because he's changing his view. So for the masculine today, I've got angel bumps. Look at this. This is why those cards fell on the floor. This is how things happen. Change. So the masculine is saying to you, I want to change. I'm just so afraid of changing. So bear with me. The changes that you're going through are positive. So the changes the masculine are going through right now are as they are meant to be. It's all happening for soul growth. So if they are in a karmic situation, or they seem to be going through something, a challenge or a struggle, it's happening to change that, to grow that, to bring them to you. It's okay to be different. So the angels are saying to the masculine here, it's okay. It's okay to be different. It's okay to step out of your comfort zone. It's okay to step away from the crowd. It's okay to do something different than you've done before. It's okay to be different than, everybody else, your brothers or sisters or, society. It's okay. You don't need to be like everyone else. You are perfect just as you are. And I love that because, the energy, remember, for the day is about accepting your flaws. So the masculine here is accepting themselves as they are and realizing that they are different than everyone else because they are special and unique. And they have got things within them that they can share with the world. So they're realizing, wow, I'm different. I'm not just a human being. I am a spiritual one. There's things about me that I'm learning now, and they're excited about it. And that's why the change is coming in. You are gifted. So they're also realizing that they are gifted. And I really feel Archangel Raziel around the masculines right now, helping them to tap into that power, to understand their truth. You are very intelligent and talented. And they are. Okay? They are intelligent. They're not stupid, even though they may act foolish or crazy. They're very intelligent. They're very gifted. They know who they are inside. They just have to bring that out to the surface. We've got vegetarian. So the masculines are being guided to change their diet, to eat healthier, to eat more fruit and veg, because that's also part of their purpose. To eat green, to take care of themselves, which is also what we spoke about earlier. A new way of eating, it helps you. Okay, so I feel this is them, the masculines, coming to terms with things. They're not just making changes in their life, okay, whereas they need to leave a karmic situation or they need to move on. They're changing their body and the way their body is affected by things in the physical world, the way they deal with things. So a lot of the masculines right now are eating better, or they're being guided to bring more green in. Or more greenery, thank you, the scenery of greenery, spending more time in nature, going in the garden, okay, more connected with source in that way. We've also got holiday. And I love this because, the other day I picked up, I think it was in the members reading, where the masculines want to have some one-on-one time with the feminine. They want to have a holiday. They want to go somewhere. They want to do something. And they're dreaming of doing this with you. And it's so powerful because our soul sister Zoe from Aligning With My Soul, she shared a video about this. The masculines wanting time with the feminine. If they seem to be busy right now, if they've gone on holiday or vacation, if they've gone on a holiday or a vacation with their person, with their karmic energy, and you're worrying about it, let go, because they are wishing it was with you and they are fantasizing about that. So I feel that they need a break from society. They need a break from the mundane, from the everyday. They need a break. They need some time off. They need a holiday. And they're focusing on travel. They want to travel to you. They want to travel away. They want to walk away. They want to make a change. Look, we've got the stag there. This is the promise of union. They're being illuminated here about you. When you're operating in your carefree energy, they feel that because you're masculine saying, I know when you're upset with me and it bothers me more than you could know. They understand this because they are gifted and talented. And he's saying to you here, an opening, okay, they're giving me the word opening, a door is opening. An upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways, but doors are opening. So if they are going on a trip or they are going somewhere, they are traveling somewhere, they're learning what they need to learn. They're understanding things on a deep level. And they may be going on a trip or a holiday that will be life-changing for them. They're also wanting to change their career. A new career is coming, a new day is dawning, where they change things in their life. You need to focus on shifting your perspective. I'm reading these intuitively. So their new perspective of things, the way they are seeing things, because they are moving out of the crowd and they're daring to be different. And they're opening up to this. And, they're showing you here that they're changing. They're also wanting to change their job or their career to be more spiritual based, to work on their gifts and talents. And we've got leaving. I am leaving my situation, divine feminine. I am leaving the past behind. I am healing. I am leaving. And if you're in a karmic situation, let that be your message today. They are leaving that marriage, leaving that person, leaving that situation. That's their dark truth. And we've got religion and spirituality. So they're realizing what's important. especially if they are married. And, this came up at the beginning of the reading when I spoke about it. It doesn't take a piece of paper to create a marriage. What creates a marriage is two people giving and working through things. And they realise now that they may have got involved in things for the wrong reasons because of religion. And their now newfound spiritual belief systems is showing them the truth. So they are leaving those things behind. So they are leaving behind anything not serving them. I'm also picking up here on anything connected with religious beliefs. If there's a difference in your religious beliefs or, your cultural energy or your values or morals or anything like this, things are shifting and changing. You may think my masculine isn't very spiritual, but he's becoming that. He's leaving behind what society says. He's changing because he's gifted and talented and he's finding that out. Very powerful. For the feminines then, we've got happy thoughts. We're being reminded to keep our vibration high. That's why I'm here. Okay, they give me that song from South Pacific, Happy Talky Talky. Okay, happy talking, happy talk. Talk about things you'd like to do. So talk about the things you'd like to do. Talk about the energy you want. Uplift your vibration. Because if you don't talk about what you want, how can you bring it in? If you don't have a dream, how can your dreams come true? Or something like that. So happy thoughts is power. It says to feel happier right now, think about a memory or something else that makes you smile. And you can see there this unicorn is in the clouds. So tap in with that heaven on earth feeling. Tap in with the energy of power within you, your connection with source. Maybe you want to go and meet your twin in the 5D to raise the vibration of the connection. And remember that you are a spiritual teacher and that you are teaching them and they are teaching you. It's all about growth and learning. Your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. And you're teaching your masculine how to heal, how to teach, how to be a leader. You are teaching your masculine lessons they need to learn. They are teaching you too, but you are teaching each other because you are a spiritual teacher, divine feminine. And you're being reminded of that power today because you teach everyone and everyone teaches you. And we've also got healing from the past. So this really resonates as well with yesterday's message. The energy is interlinking, and this is connected with the full moon energy as we move into the Lionsgate portal on the 8th of August. Because between that full moon we've just had and the new moon coming in then, there is a great healing, a great release to create the new. So you are healing the past, you're accepting the now, and you are preparing, being prepared and becoming ready for what's to come. The energy around the journey then, we've got believe. Okay, believe in yourself. You can do this. You have that power. This is for both twins. See yourself doing well and you will. So feminines believe in the connection, believe in the love. Believe that the masculines are doing the work. They are changing. Believe that you can heal the past and let go. That there's magic around. That you are being helped and you are safe. The masculines believing they can change. They can stop doing what they've always done and change their life, their career, their status, their situation, their lifestyle. That they can step out of the crowd and be their true self. And we've also got pregnancy. So I'm seeing this as a new beginning. I'm seeing this as rebirth, giving birth to the new. Okay, it's time. It's time to give birth to this. I'm also seeing this pregnancy card as the Empress. Okay, and also a big sign for anyone who wants this in their future. So if you want pregnancy with your twin, the time is becoming right. The time is becoming clear. Things are happening. And we've got realizations and epiphanies. So you're both realizing things right now, strongly coming into awareness of things, epiphanies, aha moments, transforming energy, and join in. So now's the time to get involved in this, to get this done, to become part of this community, to join in with what makes you happy, what satisfies you. The masculines joining in their life, making things happen. The feminines joining in with the collective energy and, tapping in, becoming that spiritual teacher that you're guided to be. I'm seeing this as well, like joining in here, commenting, getting your opinion out, speaking your truth, making yourself known, becoming a part of the family. Maybe you want to join and become a member to get more content, to, become more in tune with this journey, to spend time in a sacred place sharing your thoughts. You're joining in. You're becoming part of a family here, and that's powerful. So take the join in message how it resonates with you, because this could be joining in with, a group, or it could be joining in on Facebook or Instagram, or, joining in with something someone's doing. You may be asked to join something, bringing communities and people together, socializing, being invited to something. The masculine wanting to join in with you, you wanting to join with them, you joining together as one, because you are one. So a lot of change happening. Okay, so however this message resonates with you, take that, because that's what matters, and that's what's powerful, because together you can rule the world. Have a great day, sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon.